Now, as a veteran of many years in American politics, I'm going to tell you something somewhat shocking. Joe Biden will not be the nominee of the Democratic Party in 2024. Kamala Harris will briefly become president, but the only way in their party they can replace a woman of color is with another woman of color. And yes, you heard it here first. The Democratic nominee for president will be Michelle Obama. They have already rigged their primaries. The reason that they have canceled the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary is to put South Carolina, a state where a majority of the Democratic primaries or primary voters are African Americans, and they will allow Gavin Newsom to purchase the vice presidential nomination, but the Obamas will hold him up for $600 or $800 million to do so. You heard it here first. When Steve Bannon says it in 3 weeks, remember I said it first.
More and more people are openly questioning whether Biden will even be on the ticket in 2024. Now, whether Roger Stone is right about Michelle Obama, I mean, that remains to be seen, but it increasingly appears to be open season for the Democrats in terms of who they're going to support. According to an analysis from 538, we're a rematch to occur between Biden and Trump, together with the emergence of a third-party candidate. That would spell, in 538's words, a nightmare scenario for Biden. And that's because there are already two emerging alternatives, viable alternatives to Biden. The No Labels organization working towards fielding a centrist ticket, possibly headlined by Joe Manchin. And then you've got Cornel West, a well-known political progressive, launching a bid for the Green Party's nomination. Now, we reported last week that Manchin is scheduled to headline the third-party event, speculating, obviously fueling speculation, he might indeed challenge President Joe Biden as a third-party presidential candidate in the 2024 election. Manchin has thus far refused to endorse bumbling Biden, and he's also refused to rule out a third-party challenge. And so the fact that he's attending not just a political event in New Hampshire, but one that deliberately aims to provide an alternative candidate to Biden and Trump, that's huge. And Cornel West, for his part, he's consistently stealing upwards of 5% of the vote from Biden. And so this analysis from 538 just confirms what many have already surmised. A third-party candidate, such as a No Labels candidate or a Cornel West candidacy, dramatically shifts the election dynamics in favor of Trump. Now, this is what happens when a majority of your own party doesn't want you running again. This is the devil's bargain, coming to the fore for the Democrats. Most Americans, including Democrats, would prefer Biden didn't run again. A recent Associated Press poll surveying over 1,000 voters found that a whopping 73% don't want Biden running again. That includes 52% of Democrats. Only 26% of respondents wanted Biden to run again. So if you give even Democrats another option, they may take it. This is why the Democrats are freaking out over Bobby Kennedy. Kennedy has risen to upwards of 20% support in some of the polls. And we have polling that shows that about a third of Democrats don't know that much about Bobby Kennedy. And of those, that third, 2/3 want to see someone else other than Biden. So this is why the Biden camp is freaking out over Bobby Kennedy Jr. They know he's definitely formidable when a third of their party hasn't formed an opinion on him yet. And 2/3 of those want someone other than Biden. So you got Manchin threatening Biden from the center. You've got Cornel West threatening Biden from the left, and you've got Bobby Kennedy threatening Biden for the Democrat nomination itself. And there are signs, very real signs, that Biden is dropping out. He's not going to go through with the 2024 campaign. Wait until you see this. But first, many of you have been kind enough to notice that I've lost a few pounds of late. It's true. 60 pounds. That's right, gang. I tried everything under the sun to lose weight over the years. Nothing worked until I discovered the fantastic nutrition coaching of PhD Weight Loss. PhD Weight Loss is 100% over-the-phone nutrition behavior coaching program that I simply cannot recommend enough. I was able to eat delicious meals all the while reaching my weight loss goals in record time. And gang, it was one of the easiest things I ever did. They completely take out all the guesswork behind what, when, and how much to eat. They make the process painless, simple, and as easy as possible. Dr. Ashley Lucas has helped thousands achieve their health goals over the last 15 years. And guess what, gang? You're next. Do it. Change your life today by clicking on that link below or give him a call at 864-644-1900. Tell him Dr. Steve sent you and join me and thousands of other patriots who are taking back control of our health. Click on that link below or go to myphdweightloss.com. Politico is reporting that Joe Biden has basically stopped spending on his political campaign. During the second quarter of this year, Biden's campaign spent a total of $1.1 million. Now, just to give you some perspective, during the same time period in his first term, Barack Obama had spent over $11 million, 10x what Biden is spending, and Obama barely got reelected. Moreover, Biden isn't raising money anywhere near what Obama raised. Biden has thus far raised less than half of what Obama did from small donors in a comparable period. To add to all this, right now as we speak, Biden only has 4 people on his campaign payroll. 4. Which has many asking, has he given up? Is Biden basically admitting he's not even going to run? You see, the problem here, as Roger Stone alluded to earlier, the problem is that the establishment Democrats cannot have the populist Bobby Kennedy completely steal the party away from them like Trump did with the Republicans. Right? I highlighted in our video over the weekend the observation made by American University professor Alan Lichtman that Trump now represents the mainstream of the Republican Party. Trump effectively stole the party from neocons and rhinos. And we saw that with the Tucker interviews over the weekend, didn't we? Right? Where candidates like Mike Pence and Nikki Haley and Asa Hutchinson, who all once would have been considered firmly part of the Republican mainstream, they were all revealed to be complete has-beens, particularly Pence. I mean, that interview that with Tucker was an utter career-destroying disaster. But establishment donors on the left don't want what Trump did with the Republican Party to happen to them with Bobby Kennedy. They're populists. So as far as the powers that be are concerned, Kennedy is not a viable option. And of course, cackles Kamala. I mean, we all know she's a joke. She has no viability for 2024. And so that really leaves us with no one else other than Gruesome Newsom of California. And according to Roger Stone, Michelle Obama. But none of that's going to matter if you've got a viable third-party candidate stealing votes from the Democrats. So 2024 just got even more interesting as Biden becomes even more irrelevant. Hey, gang, I know what it's like to feel alone out there in these turbulent times, but I broke free. If you too have been looking for a community with like-minded patriots who are serious about resisting globalism, building a parallel economy, and having intelligent and deep fellowship on a regular basis, then you've come to the right place. In my Courageous Patriot Insiders community, we're building a close-knit movement of, by, and for patriots who are breaking free from the outrage and despair cycles of the mainstream media and taking on the fight against globalism. Every week, I deep dive into the content I can't share on big tech and give you the cliff notes on the truth of how patriots just like you are building up their communities, starting patriot businesses, and fighting the woke in both public and private. All with a few history and political lessons from yours truly, of course. If you want to stop feeling alone as a patriot and stand together with this fast-growing community, be sure to click on the link in the description below. Don't wait. Join me and my Patriot Coalition today, and let's get fighting.